Now, the extended Sharabi clan of Kibbutz Be'eri is just one of the hundreds of families devastated by the horrific attack on October 7th. On the morning of that terrible day, Hamas terrorists burst into the home of Eli Sharabi, set it ablaze, took the family hostage, and then killed Eli's wife, Lian, and their two daughters. His brother Yossi Sharabi was seen being taken hostage into Gaza, though no sign of life of Eli has been seen since the initial attack. Joining us now is Raz Matalon, who is the brother-in-law of Yossi and Eli, married to their sister. Raz, thank you so much for joining us. And maybe talk about the family, because I just gave a sketch. You actually did give us a graphic, which I hope we have and we could put up, talking about the family members who have been impacted by what happened here.
Yeah, we have two families living in Be'eri, the family of Eli and the family of Yossi, as you mentioned. And both families are living there for many years and raising their kids in a very so-called safe environment and enjoying their life until the 7th of October. But it's a shame you couldn't see Kibbutz Be'eri before and to see how flourish it was and green and beautiful.
And your beautiful families, and we're seeing photos of them. Take us to what you learned on that day, October 7th, how it unfolded for you and the rest of your family.
At that morning, like everyone, at 7 a.m. in the morning, we got a message from Lian saying something very bad is happening, and we don't know what it is, but it's not like always. We are hearing gunshots and we hear explosions and people shouting outside our doors, and we have to be silent. We stopped sending messages because we didn't want them to make noises, and actually we didn't hear from them from that moment and until now. The only thing we know about Eli's family is what a soldier, a military soldier that fight in this area and was in the house, and he saw the three, Lian, Noya, and Yael hugging together, and they were shot in the head, and there was no sign of Eli. So we understood that maybe Eli is kidnapped, and we got more information afterwards that Eli is in fact kidnapped.
Right. It must be so difficult for your family. And I also understand, and I know from reading the newspaper accounts, it took some time for, I guess they're your nieces by marriage. They were initially believed, men also thought maybe to be kidnapped, but it was only much later, one of them only just recently, that their bodies were identified, correct?
At the beginning, they said the three of them were kidnapped. And it was not like checked yet. But then we got a message about Lian, and 2 days after we got a message of Yael, and it was few days after that we heard about Noya and expectations.
What happened? They found their bodies elsewhere on the kibbutz? Is that what it is? What do you know?
There was a chaos. Yeah, right. There was a chaos. I know from the military guy that said that the three of them were together. They were hugging together. And so maybe when they removed the bodies outside of the house, maybe there was confusions, I don't know, but it took so much time between them, and for the family it was devastating.
Devastating, I'm sure. Let me ask you now if your interactions both with the government, what you have to maybe even say to them through this forum, because of course we're broadcast in Israel, but of course we are also an international channel with international viewers across the world. So your message both maybe for the authorities here, but also for the international community, Raz.
First of all, I want to say that living next to the Hamas, which is like ISIS or maybe worse, is not an option anymore, because we have to do what we have to do. It's with either us or them. And as I know my country and my soldiers and all the people are doing, we will win this war because we don't have a choice. But we have to understand that the victory without the return of the hostages is like a defeat. We know it, our soldiers know it, and also our leaders know it. So we have to give it the first priority to bring the hostages back. Otherwise, we lose, and we can't lose this war. This is very important. So what I want to say really, also to our government and to the world, is how come that Israel is going through the worst time they are having since the Holocaust. And this kind of atrocities never happened maybe in the Middle Ages. And you see all over anti-Semitism growing in such a rapid, it's unbelievable. And what I'm asking, where are all the good guys go? Because what we see all over is the propaganda that support Hamas.
And that people tearing down photos of hostages, unimaginable, such as your brothers-in-law.
I know there are more good people than bad. Where are they? Where are they? Why don't they go out and they are leaving the streets and the media to the, I don't know how to call them, but I'm looking for the good guys to come together and to help, because if we lose, the whole world will lose. This is a fight not only of Israel, because if the terrorists will get the sense that these atrocities will be rewarded, the whole world will understand this message, and you will see it everywhere. This is a war that we have to win for us and for all the world.
All right, Raz Matalon. First of all, we join in the mourning of those family members, your sister-in-law, your lovely nieces who unfortunately lost their lives. May their memories be a blessing. And of course, the safe returns home of your brothers-in-law. Thank you for joining us and sharing your story.